Hey everybody, welcome back to Superman Crypto. Your host Superman in the house. Good to see everybody. Hope you guys are having a good time out there and still enjoying the position of Xen at the moment. And we've got so many projects coming out. It's going to be crazy. Ecosystem expanding pretty fast. So let's get into it. Here we are on Xen on Ethereum, and we're going to kick it off here. We can see that the price at the moment 504800, and I think that's a pretty good spot to be, especially after this big strong run up. And of course, if you hadn't seen the Fed news came out 25% basis points. Looks like we're going to have the terminal rate. Looks like we may not have a rate rise in June. Looks like they may just hold the rate where it is and probably only increase rates if things are unusually high for inflation. But apart from that, looks like we have that terminal rate. That's good news for crypto. And away we go. So let's see how we get on. Another 5 weeks till the next meeting. Looks all good to us. So cool window of opportunity. Meanwhile, of course, 4,800 on Ethereum. We've got just down 1.6% on 24 hours, but holding pretty nicely. 2.1 million liquidity there. And of course, we're running up into the Phoenix launch up there. There's the Phoenix launch on the 13th. So we're only a few days away. How many days? We're only 9 days away, counting down, maybe even 8 days if you exclude today, which has just started. Yesterday we got down to as low as just under 4,200, and we're currently at 4,800. So not too bad. Yesterday we got up to 5,500. So pretty good, pretty much in the middle of yesterday's wick there. And we'll see how today gets on. Let's jump into the Xen supplies. We currently got 9.4 trillion. So supply is definitely going up. So this is typically a downward pressure, but this depends what people are going to do with it, right? They're going to go into the Phoenix, which is coming up in about 8 or 9 days. That sort of stuff. Are they going to stake some of it? That's the way. So where do we get new supply? We get it from staked amounts or we get it from new mints. At the moment, our stakes is on the lower side. It was over 1.6 trillion. It's now at 1.5. We'll see what happens to that over the next day. We are during the week, right? So we have the relatively lower mints compared to the weekend. So they're coming out as well. So let's have a look at those. Down the bottom here, let's have a look at the 7 days. I think we've just had a relatively low day. I can't remember what yesterday's was, but we've got 71 coming out tomorrow and 89 coming out on Saturday, and then Sunday 166, which is a big candle as well. Leading into 30 days, next week is relatively low, not too bad, 49, 83, etc. So we'll run through that. And of course, we're looking to launch on the 13th for Phoenix, just before these two big candles, which are both 336 billion and 325 billion. Looking at 90 days, of course, you guys know it's going to be a lot lower all the way through to July until we get to the next big candle of 506 billion on that day. So obviously we'll have to have lots of Xen burning and different protocols going on by that time, but a pretty good window of opportunity right up to July. And of course we've got this perfect launch of Phoenix in here on the 13th, just before these big candles, and then on the 20th here we're expecting to have Xen Dodge potentially launch there too. That's the pencil date, and we will see how that goes. So pretty critical. Let's have a look at some of the other metrics, of course. Liquid supply 57.97%. So this crept up. We were below 57 and the 56%. That's crept up to just almost back to 58%. So a little bit of rebound there. And of course, we can see that in the liquid supply. Currently, the burning, of course, is 4.9. So we're almost at 5 trillion total burned on Ethereum. We're not far away. So that's climbing too. All right, let's see the results for yesterday. Increase the supply of 75 billion. We had 11.5 billion staked, only 20 billion burned. That was what we had yesterday. So this will probably come out after this live, after this video for the next day for the 3rd of May. So waiting for that to finish off. Anything else of interest here? The costs have been pretty high, of course, on the Gwei. It's been ridiculous the last 3 days or 4 days. And so gas prices are definitely high, but they're off what their peaks are off. They're currently been about $8.36 there. Cost per C rank, so that's for new ones minting. Let's have a quick look at the mint monitor. Let's jump into that. See how many people minted over the last 24 hours with the high gas prices. Actually, not too bad. I mean, 16,400, given how high the gas prices have been, not too bad. It's currently 66 Gwei at the moment with a $118 a day cost coverage. So yeah, and we're still not at 12 million. He has really slowed down with the high gas fees, which means less people minting and probably less people claiming means more scarcity in the short term in terms of perspective. So kind of cool. Very, very neat. The other thing I was going to make one more mention is that the total mined, of course, yesterday this hit 100 trillion, which is mined to be the future. So that's pretty cool, and you can see that on the ladder here. So that was a kind of cool milestone, but that's about a 24% progress on all expected mines. So we're about 1/4% away there. But gas prices are making a big impact. Higher the gas prices slows down that minting, as you can see. So could take ages to get there. All right, let's jump over to DXN. DXN, which is the key burner that we've had, of course. Let's see what that's burned in the yesterday. Yesterday we actually increased from 20 billion up to 23 billion, but still not good enough, right? We want to get up into this 50 billion or more. Ideally 75 billion is where we want to be, so back up at this level. And at the moment, so we have got maybe this is a tick of an uptrend. We will see. Gas prices are pretty high though. That's definitely making an impact. So just the way it goes. Staking of DXN's going up and to the right. Rewards have been pretty much claimed in a similar range here, but the participant numbers have been going down as well. So just take that into account. But hey, look, these things often go through cycles. Typically, I've seen at least 2 or 3 cycles in these type of protocols. So we will see how that goes. At the moment, of course, they're also competing against new protocols, right? So that's the other thing got to take into account. At the moment, we've only got 367 million in the current cycle, and total almost 2.9 trillion Zen burned through the DBXN so far. The auction today is only 9,195. Remember, it's going down by 0.2% per day, so that's definitely going down there. Let's have a look at the current cycle. The leaders, yeah, pretty small. 147 million is the top one at the moment, and $2,300 is the ETH fee that they paid at 69 Gwei. So the Gwei is so high, it's kind of cringeworthy. And this is what's really dampening down the amount of burning too, is one of the factors there. But the amount of Zen burn, $726. So look at that, $724 of Zen burn, but almost 2,400 in fees. They get a lot of that back, but was it about 60%, I think? Yeah, just the way it goes. The DXN value reward though is at 87,000. So obviously that's huge return. But of course, this is where we get arbitrage later in the day by the new minters, and we've got 12 hours to go, exactly half a day for this goes. So pretty cool. But hey, we're heading towards under 9,000 soon. That's going to be pretty interesting on the auction. Definitely helps the pumpamentals. All right, let's have a quick look at the Zen burn on the Ethereum in total. So we looked at the main one there, DBZen, but of course we've got Phoenix coming up, and that's going to give another protocol. So let's have a look at the burns here. I think I've got the let me have a look here. I've got some ladders here. I thought this had a expanding chart. Let's have a look here. We're going to zoom in on this actually and have a look at the last couple of days. So what have we got here? We've got Xenfts and DXN burn. That's definitely going down. Yeah, not much difference there. So it's not really showing what I want to see. I want to see the differences. So we might look at another chart on that. So that is DBZen. So DBZen burn. Let's jump over to the DXN price at the moment. It's broken down from that $25, been managed to hold for a couple of days, now to $23.40. It's had a lot of volatility. Look at those spikes there, all those hammers there. Look at that, dojis. So yeah, it's got down to like $20 a lot of time. Yeah, $20 bouncing off that at $23, almost $24 at the moment, down 3%. So it's still ticking on along okay though. That is the DXN chart there, but way down from its high of $98. So almost down, down at 25%. Excellent at the moment, which burns DXN, also helps DXN to be deflationary, is also on the bottom there as well, 2,140, down 5%, and that's down in the bottom range as well. Bounced off 1,500 there. So let's move over to Phoenix on, since that's the big one protocol that's launched on the Polygon. And we can see that in terms of Joe Blau, the creator, has been pretty quiet. But we're going to jump over to the dashboard there. This is Phoenix on Polygon. 360 million so far minted in the equity supplies. There's people that are issued. And of course, with the reward is now at 554 million Phoenix. And of course, this is what people are going to be chasing. Let's go to the reward page and see. The cooldown period is 3 weeks, but we're down to 16 days and 14 hours. So it's counting down. Maturity date is the 21st of May. So you want to get in on there. And that's what I think. People can just pace themselves in up to this point to get to enjoy this first reward pool. And of course, then we have reward pools at 13 weeks, right? After that, so people staking longer or got staking ladders so that they can get as many shares as they can, but also participate as many of the reward pools as they can. That's kind of the play there. So kind of cool. We'll see how that goes. It's gonna be fun. And of course, let's have a look at the Xenfts price. Actually, the Xenfts dashboard, I should say, on Xen.pub. And of course, let's have a look at this. We've got so far, oh wow, we're up to 5.542 trillion XEN has been burned. So it really has helped dent the supply of XEN, which is pretty cool. And 2,500 minters. It's kind of cool. Let me jump to some of the other ones here. So far in today's cycle, 86 billion has been burned, about $14,000, and of course 152 minters. So we've got 15 hours to go on this day. That's kind of cool, ticking away there. Lots of cool charts in here, of course. Daily burn chart there. So definitely dropped off the billions, but we were watching this. Sometimes there's all cycles when they start. So just keep a lookout for that, those trends changes. Daily XEN burn staking there. So far 3.55 million, I think it is. Yep, and yesterday was 34 million XEN staked. You can sort of see the staking profile there. First day was 214 million. It's kind of cool. The participants, they're just tapering off as well, but just keep a little eye out on this. These things sometimes they can move faster than you think with a softer launch, sort of a couple of days after the launch. So keep an eye on that. There's some big stake got made there. Look at that, 500,000 XEN for 7 days. So this person here is going for a lot of shares. They want a lot of this reward. That's what we've seen that candle there. Pretty cool. All right, here are the top burners and top stakers. Check out the Xen.pub Phoenix page. Pretty cool. It's got its own section now, right over here, which is pretty cool. We're going to have it on Ethereum soon, of course, on the 13th of May, which is about 8 days away. Looking at Phoenix here at the moment, 6,895, 3 zeros in front of it, down 24%. So obviously Phoenix there, in terms of price, is under pressure. It's got a very small liquidity pool, relatively speaking. So we were in the 30,000s yesterday. It's now 25, but it's selling into that. But you can buy it on the market if you so choose to. It might be a good move. You just don't know the profile, how this is going to play out on that. So that's very important to remember. Let's go to the chains and let's go to XEN Polygon and have a look at the overall numbers. I think we've got that included now on the burn. Let me have a look here. I'm not sure which chart that's on. Not those ones. Maybe it's on the Xen burn dashboard. Let's go to that. There's so much information on Xen.pub. Definitely check it out. It is a go-to if you want to help make decisions about what your strategy should be for Xen. Definitely check that out because it's very important. Well, it's not just refreshing. So I've got so many things open. It's probably having trouble just opening that page. Let's wait for that to pop up. The XEN, let's jump to XEN price quickly. So XEN price is down as well, despite the big burn, 5.5 trillion through Phoenix. This is a big amount of supply. There's still the price is still down there at 7,566. So there probably will be some opportunity in here. Keep an eye out on this chart with the Phoenix burn because it is significant and could see a counter rally there too, especially with other protocols launching as well. So just look for opportunities in the price chart. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, here's Xen dashboard. It's got a polygon for the Xen burn. Things down the bottom. And of course, let's zoom the time zone in just so we can see this impact. So this is Phoenix launching, and you can see the impact there. Phoenix is in green, the green chart at the bottom. So that's just started going up there, 5.5. And the supply, the total burn in the black line there has gone up. So you can see the black line's gone up there. And that's pretty cool. So that's definitely made an impact on the circulating supply. So only 5 days ago, we were at 34.6 billion XEN, and now we're at 30.8 billion. So it's definitely made it reduce the supply quite a bit there. I was at about 10-15%, something like that. So cool. Let's jump over to BXEN. BXEN at the moment, 6,165, down 21%. Nothing much happening there until later in May. So stay tuned for that. And of course, let's have a look at some of the news. So Jack's pointing out, Jack Levin, high gas makes Xen harder to mint. Let's this sink in. And we saw that in the minting numbers on the ETH chain. which has got a bit of fun there. Now, Jack Sharp, one of the influencers, coming here. Fun fact: the Zen market price only needs to do a 9x from here for you to get a 100x USD return on your Zen NFT mints. This bull market is going to be glorious, so he's pretty excited about that. We'll give that a heart. Now, Ravon Costin here, getting close. Hard to decide on the final design. What do you think? This is okay. So this is Razvan Costin, and of course, this is some of the UIs that he's got for the XENON, and of course, Mint Zen with gasless claim. So that's going to be very popular. Currently, it's only on XNFTs, but this will be help with the gas, making a gasless claim. So that's going to be pretty cool. You can see the claim stuff there. So look forward to that. That's coming soon. It's going to be help people out with the gas prices, particularly on the XenFts. So bullish. What else there? Let's jump through some of this. Xen mints have stopped. Bullish. High gas equals high cost equals difficulty. And obviously the gas price has been pretty high, and it's flattened off the new mints in the chart there. Pretty cool. Now there's a YouTube video. Of course, if this happens, nobody will be minting. So you can check that out on Jack Levin's videos as well. 8 hours ago, has anybody calculated DXN APY yield at the current level of engagement? And of course, I've seen 20,000 DXN make 4 ETH per day. So that's kind of cool. People talking about what would be, maybe you could buy DXN, and of course, what would the yield be? Because since the price is down so much, $23, $24. What else we got going on here? I think that's pretty much the highlights there from Jack Levin. So let's jump over to Razvan there. Once again, we talked about the XENON there. Keep a lookout for that. It's going to be pretty cool. So nice on that one. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with Joseph, the Zen.pub dashboard designer. And he's got some cool stuff on here, new features. PulseChain V4, Zen, and of course, Zen NFT stats are up on Zen.pub now. So he added Phoenix the other day. Now he's added PulseChain V4. This guy's on boss mode. The initial ZenFT sync should complete within about 30 minutes. So it looks like it's probably done there. So if we go back to the Zen dashboard, we can go all the way back down to the bottom here. Now remember, the links are in the video description, and you can find, I'm pretty sure it's here somewhere. Maybe it's not been posted yet, but that's coming out. So stay tuned for that. The PulseChain will be coming up there. Let me have a quick look at that one more time. PulseChain, yes, so it's not up there yet, but it will be there. Keep an eye out for the PulseChain version. It's going to show up in here. Oh no, here it is here, or it's already here. PulseChain testnet v4. So there we are. That will be the PulseChain. So if you're playing around there, that will be your data for that, which is cool. Already got a global rank of 13 million. So all right, so that's kind of cool from Joseph. What else we got going on there too? Joseph says, incredible to see all those youngsters staking Phoenix for 777 days, maximum allowed by the protocol. That's a little over 21 years. So that's pretty cool. I pointed that out too. Look at them all. People going for the most shares, get most of that reward out of that reward pool. So they're chasing down these rewards. And of course, they'll get future rewards non-stop every 13 weeks. So it's going to be pretty bullish for there. There's some people playing the long strategy with this protocol. There's different strategies with different protocols depending on how the tokenomics is set up, right? So it's kind of cool. Let me actually send that out on the tweets. That's well worth doing. What else we got going on here? I have some great news to share. We just crossed over 1 million ZenFTs minted since December the 30th, 2022. So in only 124 days. Isn't that crazy? 1 million ZenFTs minted. Also, this number only includes ZenFTs created on mainnets. With testnets, it'd be much higher. So bullish there on the dashboard. So if we go to the Zen dashboard, I guess it's maybe the main page. And that's bullish news. Not that page, Zen dashboard. How about that one? This is this one. Yeah, it must be this one. So is it this one? Maybe it's not that one. Maybe it's the ZenFTs dashboard. There's so many here. Yeah, 1 million. There we are. Look at that. Boom. Pretty exciting. So cool. Nice work there from Joseph. What else there? That is kind of the highlights there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Lots of cool stuff, and Zen price there looking pretty good in the lead up to Phoenix on Ethereum. So take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, get into the comments as well. I'll do my best to answer any of those comments. All right, bye for now. Take care.